subscribe so we can grow this channel. I'm doing a live today, and what we are going to be focusing on, which I forgot to put in the title, is the rising sign for Taurus. Okay, our horoscopes nowadays actually go by the rising signs. So I'm just gonna get a quick shuffle in here. I want to do it on camera so you all can see. You guys like to do the shuffle. I am going to be only doing uprights, so if there is any that come out in reverse, I'm going to be only reading the upright version. We're going to be using the Jane Austen Tarot, okay, hence the title. If you guys are a book reader, I haven't actually read any Jane Austen, so I'm cheating, okay. This is the deck. I highly recommend it. It's actually a 53 card deck. All the other tarot decks are 76 cards. So a Jane Austen tarot deck, a truth universally acknowledged. I am half agony, half hope. Okay, that's from the Jane Austen novels, the Jane Austen movies, Persuasion specifically. All right, so if you haven't seen it or read it, I highly recommend it. I've definitely seen the movie. Anyway, let's get into it, okay? So what we're going to do first is we're definitely going to get, I know you guys like to know what the person on your mind's thoughts and feelings are for you, so we're going to look at that. We're going to take a look at that. Okay, we're going to take a look at that, and then we're going to move on to some advice, okay? I want to kind of hone in on whether or not who we're hung up on is healthy. Is it a healthy attachment? Is it an unhealthy attachment? Should we be looking into newer relationships? That's kind of what I want to focus on today, okay? So, hence the title, Half Agony, Half Hope, comes from this deck, because sometimes we are stuck on people who maybe bring us more agony than they do hope, right? So, I've already got some jumpers, and I'm taking them in the upright, as I said. So, if you see me turning them over, that's why. How did you all get through the Venus retrograde? Let me know. Well, you can't let me know because the comments are turned off. I'm sorry about that. You know, someday if this channel grows and I can get moderators, then I'll turn the comments on. But for now, we don't have any moderators, so that's why the comments are off. In case you guys are wondering, I don't have anyone to moderate. I don't have time to have it. Anyway, back into the positive. So far, it's kind of looking like this is looking like past energy already, and although we do have a page here, so if it's not that you're dealing with someone younger, it could absolutely be something new. All right, so I just automatically started doing a Celtic cross. So what we're going to do is a Celtic cross, kind of to summarize how this individual is feeling for you, okay? So with the pages, I always say either it is a new relationship or one that never really got off the ground, or you could be dealing with somebody who maybe is a little bit immature in their communication, okay? They seem to be still telling us about some reversals here. See what's in our mind, the mind space of the basically we're taking a look at what the other person right now. So this Celtic cross is on the other person. So the other person meaning whoever it is that you are wanting to know about, that you're crushing on, that you are dating. Okay, so your person. Your person. I'm sorry if I keep fidgeting with my hair. It's one of my things. It's one of my things. It's one of my things. I have a lot of hair. Woo! Oh. Okay. So they're definitely, I feel like they're definitely thinking about wish fulfillment. They're thinking about what will make them happy. And I feel like they have felt a sense of failure. I already feel like they're ultimately very curious, okay? This is going to be general, so it should be able to apply to new, old, or current, even married, single. I'm going to do it general, all right? So they're curious about you, curious about what you're feeling, what you're thinking. It's kind of a sense of like looking back, and I'll show you the cards in a moment here, because we got two cards of somebody like that kind of has their back turned, but they're like looking back. Like, I'm not, you know, like I was mad at you, but I still kind of want to know how you are. Like, you upset me, but I'm still with you. Okay, it's like a stubborn energy, a little bit. It's a little stubborn. Ooh. All right. They're definitely feeling very attracted towards someone. I mean, it could be you. Obviously, we don't really know. We got the Queen of Wands and the Empress. And, oh, that one went flying. Hold on. I'm almost always going to see that as somebody who's just, like, heads will turn for this person. Somebody who is on fire, ultimately attractive. Okay, like this is a 53 card deck, so there's 2 cards in one. Not only are you the Empress, honey, but you're the Queen of Wands. Okay, not only are you the Queen of Queens, but you are the best looking one of the deck. You have self-worth, you're a nurturer, you're a go-getter, and you're spicy, and you're seductive. Okay, Queen of Wands. Woo! I'm just saying. It's like the Empress with a side of the Queen of Wands. Okay, this person is more than likely seeing you as a temptress, somebody who's just got it all going on for them. With this card, got it all going on, like wifey material right here. Okay, and that's what I'm getting with this. Your person's got the hots for you, Taurus. Taurus rising and woo! Okay, let's get an outcome. Let's get an outcome. Let's get an outcome. Let's get an outcome. I try to let the cards jump out instead of me picking them because it seems more mystical. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey. All right. Uh-oh. Discovery. I'm feeling like a lot of you, this is new, or a crush, or something that never got off the ground, because we got a lot of like I'm curious about you, like I want to send a small flirty text, but then again we have the Four of Wands in reverse, so it seems new, or like something that like never fully got off the ground. All right, so I'm not super optimistic when it comes to this outcome here, because yeah, practice makes perfect, but what are you practicing? We'll break it down one at a time, okay? Because this is an outcome, but this is also how they feel. So the outcome is kind of going to be like their actions. All right, so this is an overview of their feelings and thoughts and like outcome for them on their side, okay? So for them, all right, now this is a reversal, so I'm going to put it in the upright. But for some of you, there could have been a female who is upset, okay? Overly emotional, or like the bitchy female type. That's the Queen of Wands in reverse. Could be someone overly emotional, all right? But nonetheless, we're doing uprights right now. Remember what I said that? So in the past, they were trusting their instincts when it comes to how they felt about you, or how they felt in general. Like, this is somebody who is going with the flow of their emotions, like trusting their emotions kind of to lead the way. All right, and they're having a lot of love. Although their back is turned, they don't really need to pay attention, because the Queen of Wands already knows. She trusts her guts. Okay, the High Priestess. Sorry, the High Priestess trusts her guts, because the High Priestess is the psychic of the tarot. She already knows. You know, even if they're like her, the logic could talk her out of it. She could have delusions talk her out of her knowing, but the feelings can't shake it, because it's just an inner knowing. All right, so there's an inner knowing that, man, I got feelings for someone, whether or not I'm looking at them. And in this person's mind is the Nine of Cups. Like I said, they're thinking about what makes them happy. They're thinking about their wish fulfillment. Some of you guys, they could be drinkers, okay? With the Nine of Cups, could be overindulging, or maybe not overindulging, but could like to drink. But also they could just be thinking about what makes them happy, what makes them feel good, okay? We have the Two of Pentacles. She's just kind of chilling there. Like thinking. See, she's got her hand to her face there. because it's this energy of, do I or don't I? Will I or won't I? I've got a lot going on. Got a lot riding on this. I'm thinking about it because, Four of Wands in reverse. Something didn't pan out for me the way that I want it to. Now that can either be, this could either be an ex being like thinking about how in the past things didn't work out the way that they wanted to, or this could be a new person kind of not sure where to take things with you, or how to do things with you, because things in their past relationships were not so successful. So it's going to be up to you to decide. Page of Wands is in the blockage. So a new start. So a lot of you, this is somebody who you didn't get it off the ground with, or it is somebody new, or it could just be that we're kind of missing that communication, or we're missing that spark to like go out, because the Page of Wands, not only are messages exchanged back and forth with Page of Wands, but it's also an exploratory kind of vibe where like we're gonna go out, we're gonna do things. Page of Wands, we're new and we're discovering each other. So maybe you didn't do that. Maybe you only got to a certain level. Maybe you only got to the talking level, or maybe like you guys were a situationship and you didn't go on dates, or maybe it was just a crush, or maybe there really was not a lot of flirting. There wasn't enough flirting in the communication. Okay, so it's up to you. But I still feel like somebody's thinking about how they could make this into something more. Okay. Page of Wands. So this person is curious, like I said, has their back turned, yet looking back. They're curious to communicate more with you. They're curious to see what's going on with you. They might be looking at your social media, trying to figure you out. It's looking back. So like I'm heavily picking up on something that seriously was sort of in the new stages and didn't really go anywhere, or it's a totally new vibe. Okay. If you're saying, no, it's my spouse, well, they want to revitalize something. They're feeling like something was missing in how you guys went about courting each other. Like, back when, if it is like, for example, an old couple, back when we were dating, we never went bike riding, or we never sent sexts, or, it's something like that. Okay, there's something missing in the way that you guys went about courting each other, or maybe you never even got it to that level. They're curious. They're wanting communication, or they're wanting to learn more. And like I said, they think you're hot stuff. They're wanting communication. They're maybe even wanting to travel, or they're wanting to speed things up. It could be a speed issue because the outcome is the Seven of Pentacles. I skipped the Two of Wands. They want to explore with you. I feel like they might want to, like, this person might want to go on a date with you. I feel like they might be taking their time to think about what they want to say, though. Okay, practice makes perfect. This could even be somebody who's like practicing what they want to say to you in the mirror, or talking to their friends about it. Like, how do I do this? How do I ask my crush out on a date? How do I go from best friends to lovers, partners? How do I go from lovers to boyfriend, girlfriend? Like, they're practicing how they want to do this, and he's got his hand like this, like, let's do this. Let's go on a date. Let's dance. Okay, let's make it romantic. Let's do this dang thing, because there was something missing in the way that you guys went about it before. All right, in their eyes, mind you, this is all them. Okay, so we are now going to move on to some advice. Although I do want to get more cards on the outcome, because that outcome was for them. They might just stand back and, like, I feel like they're thinking about taking action, but it's more of a thought than anything. The Two of Wands, like, planning their approach. It's not really very action oriented. Okay, so I want to get some more cards on the outcome, and then we're gonna get advice. Okay. Outcome. Oh. Get some more cards in the outcome, And then we'll get some advice for anything that you might want to do in this situation or not. Take it, leave it. You know, always use your discernment, of course. Please use your discernment. This is just something to think about. All right. Because we don't actually know. We don't actually know what you guys got going on. So when you do take the advice, just be mindful to take it with a grain of salt, okay? So I did want to get more on the advice because, oh wow. Sorry, I want to get more on the outcome because the outcome had 7 of Pentacles. And we got the 7 of Pentacles again. So something is kind of taking its time to come around. Taking its time to come around. Let's see. Oh, that's an outcome card. The Fool. New start. Wow. Is this new start with this person? The Tower. It's going to be an unexpected. The 9 of Swords and the, ooh, uh-oh. Okay, so I don't want to give you guys bad news because it just kind of looks like there could be an argument. It just looks like there could be an argument, okay? Because we've got the 9 of Swords to the 5 of Swords, and it's the Fool here. So is this going to be a new start with that person that I read for earlier? Ooh, the Justice. I'm not taking reversals, but the Justice did come out in reverse. Queen of Pentacles came out in reverse. Queen of Pentacles. Oh. Okay, so it's obviously going to be split down the middle for you guys. Some of you guys are learning that this just is unfair and that there might not be any way to fix this, okay? So it's going to be split down the middle. Some of you guys are going to find someone new. Some of you guys are going to get into an argument and you're going to realize things are just unfair. You know, you could think it could be that this person really only cares about things that are superficial, and that this is just a lesson that you're repeating the same lesson, okay? So some of you guys are either gonna stick with this person who, even though they aggravate you, you're gonna go all in. Some of you guys, it's gonna be the last straw, all right? Because the reversals kept wanting to come out, like things are unfair. This person is here for my resources, and it's a lack of good luck here, all right? So 8 of Wands in reverse. The Death. I just feel like you might close this out, okay? Those of you who don't, you're gonna struggle. It's gonna be a struggle, an uphill battle to make a change. Some things are not changing here. The change could be that you don't communicate with this person anymore, because the Page of Wands came out in the blockage. You know, communicating was an issue. Came out in the blockage. You know, somebody might just not, they might not work well with you, okay? Those are the rest of you are, you know, you might struggle with this situation. You might struggle to get it off the ground. You might struggle to make things fair. You have to stand your ground. Just know that you have to stand your ground against someone, and that's going to be the lesson. So let's see what the advice is. I'm going to get advice from the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Woo, that was rough. I kind of feel like some of you guys might wait too long. Don't wait for anyone, because in that last one is like 7 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Like, I give up waiting. I've waited long enough. I want something to happen. Ooh. This is advice. Whoa. There's a lot of cards coming out already, so Six of Wands kept wanting to come out. There's the Page of Wands again. It's the Page of Wands again. You can't make this stuff up. The Page of Wands keeps coming out. So you're going to be struggling with this person. Okay, you're going to be struggling to make a change with this person. So you got to choose. You got to decide. You got to decide. You got to say, you know, if you can stand up to this person and tell them what your boundaries are and what you expect of them. Okay, so that you can make a change. Because right now what I'm seeing here in the advice is Ace of Cups in reverse. Something's unrequited, meaning, you know, there could be one person doing more than the other. I mean, in relationships there's almost always an unequal display of energy, but right now you want abandon, you want attention, you want love, and it's here in the advice. Like, can we ignite a sense of passion in this and kind of forgo the things in the past that were in the blockage? Okay, Ace of Pentacles, postcoital. This is beautiful. And I'm seeing here Three of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Pentacles came out in reverse before. Like I said, if you can get this person to work with you, then you guys can have it happily ever after. Okay, Judgment came out in reverse where things didn't work out before. This is love at first sight. So if this is new, if this is old, whatever type of relationship we have, because we have the Page of Wands, to me that would suggest something that is new or that never really got off the ground, but it could also be somebody who is younger than you. Either way, there's love here, because the moon in this deck is, you see this is the moon, it's beautiful. There's a crab there, there's, just forget it. There's a lot of people on this card. Forget about that. Okay, it means falling in love. Okay, there are hidden desires here. So if we can get that to the forefront, if we can be vulnerable, if we can express ourselves, if we can stand up for the fact that, hey, you know what, I feel underappreciated, put your boundaries out there and make new memories with each other. Great. Because the Ace of Pentacles is here, and that's like grounding a relationship. It's grounding a relationship, you know, post-coital, and learning to work as a team is very important. And with the Judgment here, it suggests that you want something that's going to grow. Because this is in your advice, like, yeah, okay, I definitely felt these love at first sight feels when I met this person. But is that sustainable? Can that turn into a long-term relationship? All right, we have all the makings here for a relationship that's kind of one-sided, right? Like, I'm holding out hope for somebody. They don't give me what I need. And mind you, sometimes it becomes exhausting to constantly remind someone to text you back, or to plan things, or to do those little things, to be thoughtful, because maybe it's just not in their way to do it. Okay? So the Eight of Wands keeps coming out, and it keeps coming out in the challenged position. So I feel like a lot of you guys are going to struggle with communication. It might not, it's either a delay, that things are really coming together slowly. They take their time to respond to you. Maybe they don't respond at all. Maybe the way that they communicate isn't on your level. Now, sometimes we just have to realize that that person might not change for you, because it's not healthy for someone to change for someone else. So, and it's the advice here is kind of like, are you willing to put up with constantly reminding someone to put in the effort, to put in the work? Or are you going to go after new? Because I see a lot of aces here, which to me would suggest new. And unless this is a new relationship, you're just going to have to like compromise with the fact that you're either going to be constantly putting up your boundaries, telling them to do things, or you're just going to have to resign to the fact that they're never going to meet your needs. Okay, and this is in the advice. So I can't ever tell anyone to stay or to go in a relationship. You can obviously give someone a chance, but you have to make sure that your side of the grass, the sidewalk, is clean. So you have to express yourself. You have to make sure that your needs are known. If your needs are expressed and known and they're continually ignored, then you have to ask yourself if this is the right situation for you. Okay? I kind of want to get another card of advice from a non-romantic deck. The Nine of Wands kept coming out. So I feel like the Nine of Wands with this kind of situation, like I said, it is going to be one where you're going to keep having to stand up for yourself. You're going to keep having to put up your boundaries. That gets exhausting after a while. I did see a lot of love there and like a lot of passion. But it could also be that you're thinking about something new. Okay, so we did get the Eight of Cups here. So there could be travel involved because I did see the Eight of Wands. So you could be dealing with a long distance relationship or just one where somebody is maybe kind of emotionally checked out. Queen of Wands came out in the other deck. I almost always see the Queen of Wands as another woman. So some of you guys, there could be other people involved. If not, this is telling you to work on your confidence. The Justice card did come out in reverse. Four of Swords. Some of you guys might need to take a break from this person, or maybe you're already on a break from this person. With the Four of Swords to the Eight of Cups, I'm almost seeing like a complete like separation, where you work on your confidence and you ask yourself if this situation is just. Because we had, some of you guys could have gone through a divorce, if not a breakup. If not, you're just feeling like you're reassessing whether or not this is fair. You know, justice in reverse, judgment in reverse, something is not going my way. And I need to work on my confidence and maybe walk away from it or maybe take a break to think about it. Eight of Cups in reverse. This is like a bitchy female. If there is another woman, you know, this is a bitchy female or somebody who's overly emotional, you could just be in your feels about it because you feel like it's unfair. And here comes the Fool again. You can't make this shit up. Some of you guys are going to walk away from this. Straight up. If not, you're going to walk away. You're going to put down your boundaries. You're going to be like, you know what? This is what I need. And I'm going to back away until you can offer me that. And then you can have a new start with that person. You know, that is kind of how that works sometimes. Although I'm never going to tell anyone to leave someone. Although this is what the advice is saying here. You know, maybe take a break. Maybe step away from it. Maybe like think about it from a different angle. And reevaluate if it's what you want. Because we do have the Ten of Cups here. And the Nine of Wands keeps coming out. You're unsure. You're unsure as to whether or not, because like there's times when this makes you feel really good, and there's times when you're just unsure. And it's that back and forth that really makes us want to just walk away from it. Okay, so you could have learned some things about this person. You could have learned that maybe they're not as nice or not as honest, or, you know, there could have been a huge argument where they said some unforgivable things too. So the Five of Swords. Okay, so why is the Eight of Cups here? I'm going to clarify why that's here. Why is the Eight of Cups here for Taurus? Oh, Page of Swords. Okay, so you could have learned something about them that made you, like I said before, you could have learned something about an individual, or they could have come clean, or you could have saw something online that made you like feel dissatisfied. Like you could have learned that they were like flirting with other women on social media, or you could have learned that they still talk to their exes. You could have learned something. You learned something that made you pull away emotionally. It made you like not even if you're there in the room with them, you weren't emotionally invested in it because of something that you learned. Yeah, and it made you feel like this isn't fulfilling for you anymore. I'm getting heavy. There could be another person, or there's a huge choice that you need to make. Maybe they're choosing their work over you, you know, something like that. All right, either way, I think we've got enough messages. Gonna reevaluate whether or not this is for you right now. Oh, something went wrong. I don't know what's going on with my stream, but I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. I hope that this helped you guys, and I will see you all later.